What's up, gang, and welcome back to another edition of Road Tripping with the Rudes.
Hi, guys, and if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video. We will have more heat coming your way. If you've been riding with us all along, thank you so much. Please comment down below so that we know that you're here. Guys, you know us. We will keep giving you more real reviews, more travel reviews, and all things Rudes.
That's right. And today's real review is, what if the Watcher broke his oath?
Guys, this was the season 1 finale, full on spoilers. So if you haven't watched with us before, I will let you know. We don't talk to each other. We wait until we're here with you. And we'll break down the entire episode. If you want to join the conversation, we have been doing What If, What's Next for each episode. We will be back this Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 Pacific Time, to recap and discuss what we think they'll be bringing in Season 2.
That's right. So this was the finale, guys.
Finito, but we know that there's another season, right?
Yep.
So, guys, this started off pretty similar to all of the what ifs. It starts off fast, right? Life is coming at us fast. We see Captain Carter and Black Widow, and then we see them battle Batroc.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So can you give them a little bit of the history on Batroc?
Yeah, so he's actually in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But we first seen him in Winter Soldier. Captain America Winter Soldier. So he fought Captain, and they did that scene pretty much identical to the Winter Soldier scene from the Captain America movie. Batroc, FYI, was a UFC fighter also.
Was he?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the actor that plays Batroc. Yeah. So, you see the scripting is so well done, right? So you hear Batroc say, I thought you were more than a shield, and then you get into this amazing fight scene because Captain Carter is with it all, know, and she does a smirky comeback, and she says, I'm a pretty good dancer too.
Right, and I'm not sure if Cap said that to him or not. I wanted to go back and check, but I have to see.
I know, and comment down below if you know, but I know that there were references to like more than just a shield multiple times.
Because
so
he
I definitely
did.
Thought that was a call.
Yeah, he said something about that, and he did drop his shield in fighting.
Yes.
But I don't remember what he said to him.
So the Watcher actually pulls her and calls her the soldier lost in time. I thought that was great. Like each line had some weight to it. Then we see Peter Quill. And then we see Star-Lord T'Challa. But it was like really brief.
Yeah.
He picks up Star-Lord T'Challa because he's rounding up his ideal team to battle Infinity Ultron. Right. And so if you did not see our review for the episode prior to this, which was episode 8, we'll be sure to include that.
And I thought it was funny because how the Watcher showed up and they could see him and they were like, what is that? Like everybody was shocked to see him except for your man Party Thor. Yeah,
but it was crazy because I didn't think I thought Star-Lord T'Challa had seen his fair share of crazy stuff.
Right.
But the Watcher was definitely next level.
Yeah.
You then have the Watcher tell him he's been chosen. We then see Tony Stark in is that called the Hulk suit? Like what is that?
Yeah, the Hulkbuster.
The Hulkbuster. So we see Tony Stark in the Hulkbuster with Gamora in Thanos' battle gear.
Yeah.
So it was very brief, guys. I want to talk about that more live, but it was very brief.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't pick Tony. He picks Gamora.
He says, not you, Stark.
Not you, Stark. He picks Gamora. And then we see him pick Tony Stark's Eric Killmonger. So he picks up that Killmonger.
Yep.
He then snatches up Party Thor, who's in Vegas. Okay? Your man was in Vegas. You then have everybody at a pub.
Yep.
And
of course Thor wants to drink.
Right. And you have Strange Supreme as the bartender, which I thought was great.
Peggy recognized the pub right away.
Yes, she did. She did recognize the pub immediately.
And Steve Rogers' picture was
on
the wall.
So this was the first time that I realized, because was it Strange that created that environment, or was it the Watcher?
I think it was Strange that created the environment.
So there's someone other than Loki.
But maybe it was the Watcher because he's back in that environment. And we'll talk about that, but he's back in that environment at the end.
Yeah. I don't know. And
so
then
maybe the Watcher created that.
You finally get the payoff where you've seen this scene throughout the season in the previews, and you finally get the Watcher say, "You are the guardians of the multiverse."
Mm-hmm.
Where were you at that point? Were you excited? What were you thinking?
No, I was excited. I was ready to go. It was one detail though that I wanted to key in on when Doctor Strange explained the stones to them. It was just like when Wong was explaining it to Tony Stark.
There were a lot of callbacks, guys.
Yeah, it was like the same type setup.
There were a lot of callbacks. We watched it back to back. Normally we watch film and then go back and watch, but we watched it back to back because we knew how important this episode was.
Right.
But I'll definitely be watching it again because there were some Easter eggs. You have Gamora talk about the Stone Crusher, which I've never even heard of. So the Infinity Crusher. It was the Infinity Crusher. Is that a callback to the comics?
I don't know.
Comic heads, let us know.
You know what I mean? If that's from like a Guardian series that, nobody really read the Guardian series of comic books back then, or not even back then. They're more recent, but you know what I'm saying? Like they were a lesser known comic. So it could have been in that, but I don't know. Never heard of it.
We'll see. Shout out to the comic book peeps. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
We do see a scene where Strange Supreme, he's got an animal debut, which he couldn't. At the time, it looked like it wasn't something he could control. It was almost involuntary.
Yeah.
And if you go back to Doctor Strange's episode, we see how that happened in the What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart. And we'll include our review for that as well. You then have... I mean, guys, when I say there was a whole lot of, you have Killmonger toying with Star-Lord T'Challa's helmet. What? And after Strange turns into the animal, you see there's a few times where he's touching the helmet.
That's Ultron. That's an Ultron robot helmet. That's Thor, when he was fighting them in Vegas, when the Watcher picked him up, he still had it in his hand.
Oh, that's what he had. Okay, so thanks, because I thought it was Star-Lord T'Challa's.
No,
but I guess Star-Lord T'Challa can just touch his, right?
Yeah.
But then you have that question: do you trust him?
Right.
And Thor's like, I trust anybody.
Gamora asks, and Gamora, she's already she got a good eye.
She has trust issues.
Yeah,
but I'm here for it, right? You then have Party Thor mess up and get Ultron's attention. Infinity Ultron, Ultimate Ultron, Ultron's vision. I don't know. If you don't follow us on social media, be sure to follow us at Road Tripping with the Roots. I think we should do a poll in our stories. So definitely check that out. You then have the game plan. Star-Lord T'Challa, because he is a part of Yondu's crew, steals the stone.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. He's a thief. He knows how to do this. Which is why I think the Watcher recruited who he recruited. Right? Strange then, in the battle scenes, guys, were coming, and I was here for it. But Strange unleashes his 3-head dragon. One time for Shang-Chi. I'm just going to say that. I want to watch that again, but I thought of Shang-Chi. And then you have them kind of like set up their battle plan. The one thing that everybody else didn't know was that the Watcher had recruited the zombies.
I don't know. You think the Watcher did that?
Or you think that was Strange?
I just think that was Strange doing what he does.
Not Strange as it was Strange that it was done. Strange as Doctor Strange.
Right. I think that was just Doctor Strange just doing that.
Doctor Strange literally opens up the heaven and it's raining zombies. Literally raining zombies. And like any good fight game, you have to battle the last one, which was Zombie Wanda.
Right. But instead of fighting her, he just destroyed the planet.
Petty.
Yeah.
Petty.
Meanwhile,
he picked up his ball
everybody else escaped and they're...
Well, Strange, I I've never seen Strange create a force field, an individual force field for each person. So I thought that was amazing.
We seen it though. We seen him do that, I think, in his episode.
Who would he have needed to do individual force fields for?
For the girlfriend. When she kept wrecking, I thought he put it over her and it still didn't matter.
I don't remember. I got to go back.
But
I just thought it was
think I saw that before. But I know what you're saying. Like, he had a spell for each one, and it projected, something different. But
yes.
Did you notice T'Challa's was royal?
Yes, and Thor had his traditional Thor getup. Yeah. So that's how he viewed them, which I thought was amazing. I definitely was here for all of that. And then
I was just thinking, because Star-Lord T'Challa isn't from Wakanda. I mean, he's from Wakanda, but you know what I mean? So he wasn't, how do I say it? He was the prince, but he didn't take the throne. Yeah. So for him to project the royalty over him,
well, because he's going off of what he knows in his universe. Okay. So Strange Supreme knew him as royalty. You then have them in the planet, which really and truly reminded me of the planet that Loki and Sylvie were on.
Yeah. What was that called? Do you remember?
No.
The void keeps coming to my head, but I don't think it was the void.
No.
But it was the basically...
void is after you're pruned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they were. But it was beyond that.
It was the one... It was the last one that they went to.
Yeah, it doesn't stand in time. It doesn't have any time.
No, it was the one that... So, remember and guys, if you have not seen the Loki series, I'll try to not do a spoiler, but definitely watch it. Remember, there was a slither in time for each catastrophe where you wouldn't alert the TVA.
Okay.
So, the last planet that they were at... When they were getting on the train.
That purple planet. That was okay. I got you,
guys. I'm going to try to rope in and tie in the Loki series with this series in any way, just so you know.
No, it looked more like the Void. You know what I mean? Remember how I had the buildings behind him when he met young Loki and all that?
We'll let you guys be the judge. We'll flash up both of them. And
look like destroyed New York City.
You tell us. So I thought that was interesting. You then have Captain Carter see another Black Widow, not her Black Widow. And she does the call to Redstone because she says, I know you. You are the daughter of Ivan. I was waiting for Red Skull to pop up. I know that he's in Vormir, but I definitely was like, okay. Mm-hmm. They did some callbacks. You have Strange Supreme swallow the explosion, which was hella gangster. Yeah. Right? I know the heartburn was epic. Strange. You're a real one because I could not. Gamora finally obtains the Soul Stone after an epic battle scene, guys. I was here for it. But then it doesn't crush it because this isn't her universe.
Right.
So the Infinity Crusher was for her universe.
Yeah, I didn't like that part.
You thought that was a hole?
Yeah, I mean, it was a machine. Ultron should be able to control all machines.
Well, I thought it was great that they did the callback to Zola by plugging Zola in using Clint Barton's arrow. Mm-hmm. So I'm super, super excited for the Hawkeye series. You then they finally win. They defeat Ultron, Killmonger's, and he wants the stones. And he tries to sell them on it. Don't you want to go back to Wakanda? Don't you want your fellow Steve? So he even used like terms that Captain Carter would have used back in the 40s and 50s. Mm-hmm. They weren't buying it. So he and Ultron are now in their own little, I don't know, prison, right? Yeah. Right, their own dimension. And Doctor Strange will be housing them.
But that was just a flex on the Watcher saying that, I knew that was coming.
I can do it. Yeah, he knew it all along. And then he kind of, says to everyone, thanks, I'm going to drop you right back where I picked you up. So the title was "What if the Watcher breaks his oath?" I don't think that was the first time. There wasn't a snafu in the whole process.
All right.
He was seamless. You've been practicing. The Watcher, you were in the shower thinking about stuff that you watch. And you were like, you know what? If it was me, I would have. You were having arguments with yourself in the shower, The Watcher, because when it was go time, you were ready to get. Mm-hmm. So overall, I have some like likes, dislikes, all of that stuff. I did appreciate Doctor Strange releasing the Kraken. My flirkin. I thought that was good. I'd like how Black Widow kind of calls out the Watcher. Like, are we entertainment to you? Do you eat popcorn when you watch? Were you eating popcorn when I lost my best friend, Watcher? And I think it was great because Watcher kind of showed, I don't want to say a human touch, right? But he said, no, it wasn't easy for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're here for my entertainment.
So where do you think the Watcher broke his oath?
You mean in this or...
Well, that's the what if prior, in this episode.
Right? He broke his oath as soon as he started recruiting people.
That's where you think he broke his oath?
I think he broke his oath as soon as he enlisted Strange Supreme. You knew there was a point of no return when you enlisted Strange Supreme.
Well, then he did multiple breakings of oaths.
I feel like once you break one,
because
you just keep going.
I feel like him putting Natasha in a different timeline. Putting Steve Rogers with...
Well, I was going to say that the end credit scene of Captain Carter looking and seeing the Hydra Stomper with Steve Rogers in it. Mm-hmm. It was... How would you rate this one?
Whoo! I wanted to give it a 1. It might be number 2. Last week's might have been better.
Okay. So, I'm going to talk about my likes and dislikes before I talk about where this ranked for me in the series.
Okay.
I will always love hearing Chadwick Boseman's voice. Right? I will always love that. Mm-hmm. And when he does the toast and he says to the Guardians of the Multiverse, mm-hmm. I really do hang on his every word because there's so much weight to it. Even though this is an animated series, Chadwick shined through.
Sure.
And after the battle scene, when he says it doesn't feel over, I got choked up because I really sometimes forget that he's gone. Mm. So I was like, no, it doesn't feel like it's over. So I just like having Star-Lord T'Challa in that episode. I loved that Killmonger stayed true to who he is.
Right.
No matter what universe, Killmonger is Killmonger is Killmonger. Mm-hmm. So it kind of, I feel like Marvel's always balancing the nurture versus nature question. Mm-hmm. And they always deliver when it comes to him. Again, being like smart and witty, saying, "Oh, you get to see your fella again" to Peggy. I was here for that. For when he said, "I'm sorry it had to end this way," that was a nod to the Killmonger episode, and we'll include that review here as well. I need to see Infinity Stone Killmonger merch. Okay, guys? I need that now.
Yeah.
I'm here for all the Infinity Stone
They might
Killmonger
have
merch.
to do that episode. They might have to do that what if Killmonger gets the Infinity Stone.
I'm gonna need it. I loved the Black Widow, Agent Carter dynamic.
Yeah.
It ties into the fact that Natasha really was the soul of the original Avengers. Mm-hmm. She had personal relationships with each one and held a space in their hearts. And it definitely, after seeing this after seeing Black Widow, losing her in Endgame hits harder. It definitely hits harder.
I think him putting her in that timeline is a setup for
her return.
Yeah.
For her return. Because I think people will ask for that.
And Disney just paid her too?
Yeah, that's true. So I was happy with that and seeing that Black Widow was the glue. Not gonna lie, guys, I enjoyed Party Thor this episode. Because he was the dose that we needed. I was expecting... and if you weren't with us for our What If, What's Next, definitely check that out because I was waiting for Howard the Duck. I was waiting for other comic relief, but Thor delivered and I wasn't mad. So there, I said it.
No, I said it. He did.
I didn't like not getting enough of Gamora's backstory.
Yeah, we got to get that season 2 for sure.
1, 2. I don't know who voiced her.
You don't think it was?
Oh no, it wasn't Zoe Zelgada. It was not, and I was not here for it. If it was her, she needs some hot tea or something. I didn't like the voice, and I think it was because we didn't have enough of her story. It didn't for me to be connected with her.
It went right over my head. I didn't even.
For me, I was just annoyed. Ultron's voice, that still gets to me. I wanted to see more of Ego, and where was the Hank Pym payoff?
I know.
Are they teeing it up for the next Ant-Man? Because I felt like that was just dropped.
Yeah. It was like that was like filler almost.
I don't know because he was a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
He was a heavy hitter. I feel the same way we did when we found out the Mandarin was an actor. Yeah. It was like a letdown. And they made us wait another decade for that payoff.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw enough of Zombie Wanda flex.
No.
She could have flexed hard.
I was interested.
And she didn't.
Well, he didn't give her a chance. She was about to.
So much of the storyline wasn't fleshed out in this episode. So all the other episodes, I felt like they were longer than the 30, 35 minutes. Yeah. I felt like, man, it was jam-packed. But that was because they were individual characters.
I like that they showed you what Doctor Strange is capable of. And you're going to start seeing that, coming up. It begs to ask the question, is him and Wanda, who's more powerful?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Because that was crazy. Like, he had shields on. He was maintaining everybody else's spell and doing his thing at the same time.
I mean,
he was wilding.
For me, because there wasn't enough of the character development in this episode, it came across more cartoony for me than most of the other episodes in this season. So that was...
So I think when it comes to the cartoon-based series, it seems as though the ones with the most fighting seems more cartoony to you.
I think I'm fine with the fighting, but I also wanted more of a plot. You know what I mean? And I don't know if plot is the best word, but I wanted to know, Gamora, how'd you get the fit?
Yeah, okay? Yeah.
How'd you get the fit? Where was Zombie Tony?
And why was she working with Tony?
Mm-hmm. We didn't see enough of Shuri. I definitely didn't see enough of Loki. We saw Loki for the hottest of hot seconds. So I say that to say...
Now look, we being real nitpicky.
I say that to say, it's not in my top 5 for this series.
Oh,
it's not in my top 5 for this series.
I ain't gonna have to say nothing. I'll see y'all in the comments.
That's fine, and I'll be ready to debate you on Monday. We can go at it. It's not in my top 5. Okay, it's not. I am looking forward to season 2.
So give us your top 5.
I will on Monday.
Okay, I bet.
rewatchability is high. Will I go back and look for Easter eggs? Absolutely. And to hear Chadwick's voice again, and there was some scenes where there was so much going on that I didn't get to take in all of Doctor Strange's flexes, and
He was getting
it
busy.
was moving so fast that I couldn't tell who was flexing. Was it the Watcher or was it Strange? Because as powerful as Strange was, the Watcher still put him back where he was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think
So-
the Watcher was doing the dimension. Like, he was taking them to different dimensions. Because Peggy, I heard her say, Watcher. And then the portal opened up. So I think he was at least teleporting them to different places.
I don't know, guys.
At the minimum.
I will say this much. I'm looking forward to season 2. I think this was a great series. They can't miss right now. We just found out that one of our WandaVision fave, Agatha, is having a spinoff. So I always love how Marvel listens to its fan base. They knew the streets needed Agatha, and we didn't need her crying on the lawn at the end. We need her back, bossed up. And I need to see Allegra Valentina. I'd wake up Saturday morning to watch Howard the Duck cartoons. I'm just saying. I know that's not going to happen.
No, I might on Hulu.
I'm just saying. So, overall, definitely solid. Loved it. Just not in my top 5. You can join us on Monday to talk about it more. And
Also, on Monday, we need to rank our series, re-rank our series.
And so,
well.
if you have not done so, try to take some time and get caught up on WandaVision, the Loki series, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and now we have this. What if?
Mm-hmm.
They can't do any wrong in my eyes.
No, they can't.
What would you say? Anything that you would have tweaked or changed? Or he called me nitpicky, but I said what I said.
No, I mean, because we all know it was good. The entire series was great, right? I feel like it's Marvel, so we hold them to a higher standard. So that's why I'm saying we're being nitpicky, because it's good work, but we're just holding them to a higher standard because of the work we already seen them do.
Is that what, guys, listen, it's spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for great spooky seasons to watch, huge shout out to Love Dana Kay. She is on Instagram and she has a blog which lists what movies to watch. But that was the energy I had, and we'll include that review for Haunted Mansion. If you want to check out that review, go right ahead. If you want to check out Coming to America too, go right ahead. But I guess that's true. Maybe I do have a higher standard for certain actors, certain directors.
Like you're attacking Eddie. You're attacking my man Eddie right now. But go ahead.
He attacked 2 hours of my day with that movie. That was an attack. Someone please call 911. So, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. What are you waiting for? You'll have more time with us. You'll be able to hang out with us and the girls as we travel and keep the party going. If you are with us and you haven't shared, it's free, guys. Hit the share button. Sharing's caring, and let your friends join in on the conversation. But until the next time, guys.
Keep tripping.
Bye, guys.